That spring is not doing anything. Oh no. I bet you that spring was doing something. Welcome back to the channel, guys. So we've got my 2000 Honda S2000 here, which, you know, was a flooded car. It didn't run. None of the electronics worked. The transmission clutch was stuck. There was water in the transmission. There was water in the engine. There was mold inside the car. It was really, really, really bad. So what I ended up doing was we got the car running, fixed the clutch by doing a torque drop and constantly hitting the clutch up in the air. Fixed a lot of the electronics in the car. And today, well, before we get into today, what happened was I drove this car home from Virginia, and within a 10-mile distance from my house, the car started to stall on the highway, and it turns out that the idler pulley completely seized. So by the time I pulled up right in front of my house, there was smoke billowing out of the engine bay, and you know what it sounds like when a belt is screeching. So that's the sound that the car was making, and every time I would let off the gas, the car would stall. So today we've got a new idler pulley and a new serpentine belt. We're going to go ahead and install that and then get the car running and working again. All right, so we've got new idler pulley and a new serpentine belt. So you're probably wondering, well, then why did this, not this one, but the one on the car, why did it seize? Well, obviously, again, the car was underwater, and there was water above where the idler pulley is, and water had eventually seeped in through the seals and into where the bearings are, and it displaces the grease that's in there, and then eventually, as you're driving down the highway, it gets so hot that the bearings, essentially seize up, and they melt, and then it turns into a screeching mess, which is exactly what happened. So this is pretty simple to install. We just have to go ahead and get the original serpentine belt off. There's, I think it's a 14 mil bolt. The idler comes off, new idler goes on, belt goes on, and then we're fixed. All right, guys, so to get the idler pulley off, which is down here, this is the idler pulley, this is the tensioner. And so you take a 14 mil, get it on the tensioner, and as if you're going to take the bolt off, which you're not, you're going to pull it down, and then the belt should just come off like that. And then you let it go. Okay, belt is out. And now I'm going to try to get that tensioner off, or idler off, without much fuss. There we go. Okay, got the idler off. And oh wow, look, it broke apart. Well, I don't know. Yeah, those bearings are shot. Wow, that's toast. From the original idler pulley, there's this shim that goes in there. And then there's that huge washer that's on the outside that also has kind of like a shim right there too, and that's how this whole thing goes back on. So now I'm going to try to get this thing back on without dropping everything. And spins freely. Oh man, I don't like the way that idler or tensioner sounds. It spins freely, but that does not sound good. Okay, that's not good. Probably gonna need a new idler too to be Yeah, that's gonna make all kinds of noise. So we got a new idler. We should probably get a new tensioner pulley. Okay, let me see if they've got one at a store nearby, because while I'm in here, I might as well just do this right. The tensioner has good tension. I don't know if I need to change the entire tensioner, but I definitely need to change. I could feel like it's loose. And I can promise you that that's probably gonna seize at some point too. Like, they shouldn't be making any noise. Like, I'm spinning the idler down below, and it's just silent. Yeah, it shouldn't sound like that. Okay, let's get a replacement. Okay guys, we're back. Got a new tensioner pulley, and this one is reverse thread. So you go that way, and it should come out as if you're tightening, and it will come out. And again, you hear the way that sounds? Wait till we put the new one on. It should be silent. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I think that's it. So, apparently the pulley has one way to go on. You can't mix a... You can't flip it around. It won't do anything. It'll just get caught on the edge there. Yeah, that's spinning no problem now, and the idler down below is spinning no problem now too, and no noise, which is great. Okay, I'm gonna get the belt on. All right guys, I got the new belt on. Everything looks like it's lined up the right way. I'll go ahead and start the car and see if we get any weird noises. Everything looks good. All right. It's good. I think that's everything I needed to do under the engine bay. Just get this thing running, and hopefully it doesn't seize up or do anything weird anymore. Let's go for a spin. That's what we need to do. I don't know if this is smart or not. The last time this car got rained on, it got flooded. But it needs a wash. It's so dirty. Hope this thing doesn't hit my car. Oh, I'm getting wet. I knew that was gonna happen. Gotta love a convertible. I'll push this one. Yeah, no, leaked again. There's a lot of water leaking in. Okay guys, here it is after the car wash. It's dried off a little bit. I've left it in the sun. I mean, we got like an inch of dust off of this thing, which it looks so much better, but obviously the paint is completely trashed. I mean, you guys can see the scratch right there. I mean, the hood has got like a tiny little, 1,000 tiny little white scratches. I mean, it needs to be detailed and polished, and yeah, this entire thing all needs to be buffed out. I'm sure that'll look, the mirror there, that'll look good once it's all done and polished. But yeah, we got to get the car buffed. But at least it's clean, and the top got really clean. I didn't realize the top was new, actually. Right before this car went into that garage and it got flooded, the top was a brand new top installed. But clearly the seals are questionable. The idler pulley and the tensioner pulley are both perfect now. The car runs and drives no problem, doesn't have any issues, didn't stall, didn't anything. And again, I took it through the car wash, no problem. Guys, I have been working on this thing for a few hours after I drove the car home from Virginia. So it's here, and right now, the situation with this car is that it runs and drives great. None of the accessory system works in the car. So what I did was I bought an entire new fuse box and wiring. This is all the underdash fuse box stuff, okay? Here is what I have discovered. There is pin number 10 right here, or sorry, this is pin number 9. This is one of the pins that drive accessory power to the whole car, and it's not getting power at all. When I flip the fuse box over, I take a look, and fuse number 9, which is this one right here, it's this white and red, yellow, and with a red stripe. This, I don't know if you guys can see that, yellow with a red stripe. That's the same, this is the same pin that I need power to. Well, the other side of it, where power is coming into it, is coming from this white and red wire right here. So when I look up where this white and red wire go, it goes to this junction, this little connector that's right here, okay? This connector is from the ignition barrel. This is the ignition barrel. Look at how muddy this is, first of all. And you can see that, you know, there's corrosion. And my assumption is I open this up and there is mud all over this thing. So I did some continuity tests. I could never get power. So if you notice here, there's that white and red wire right there. It's the same as this, right? White and red wire. So I never got power from here. This is the main feed. This white one is the main feed, right? So this one has power all the time. You turn the key, and as soon as you turn the key, it sends power from here to here. And currently, it's not doing that. This never gets power. So I have been changing fuses and relays and all of this crap, and I'm tired of it. So right now, I'm going to set you up. I'll put you on a tripod. I'm going to pry this thing open, and then I'll be able to turn this with a flathead screwdriver and then test continuity to see if the barrel, that once it flips around, if it changes and I get power from here to white and red. So I've got my tools. I've got my continuity checker, which is just a voltmeter with continuity. And when you do this, she beeps, which is good. So right now, when I check white and red here, and I check white and red at the end, I'm getting continuity, which is great. But the issue is I need to be able to go from the solid white one. Once this barrel turns, then this white and red will have power. So right now it's in the off position, so it's not going to do anything. But we need to take this thing apart and see if we can clean it, clean the contacts, because I guarantee you this thing is full of mud. I mean, I can just see all the mud on it right now. I think we got it. I think we got it. Oh, yeah. That is full of mud. Can you see that? It is like, let me see if I can get more light on this thing. Can you see? It's just like full of mud and corrosion. There we go. Look at this. I think this is our issue. I cleaned this up, and I think I might have fixed the damn headache I've had with this car since I got it. Oh, there's just like mud and everything, and oh gosh, that's bad. Whew, cold. Okay, I was getting aggressive because I'm trying to clean these contacts here, but I think it's okay. The springs still work. I don't know, maybe I can push it out and clean it. Let's see if there's anything on this side. Nothing I need to worry about. Okay, just a little rust on spring there. That's just a return spring. It doesn't actually do anything. That spring is not doing anything. Oh no. I bet you that spring was doing something. God bless it. I found the spring. It was all the way under my car. Great. A little dielectric grease. Just gonna spray that in here. Yep, okay. That's now correct. I'm gonna leave that as is. Time to clean this thing. Here's the before. There's literally mud dripping down into my garbage can. Look, I didn't even scrub it yet. I didn't even scrub it. I just sprayed it. I can see one of these is super corroded. It is, yeah, it's the one that I need for, oh my gosh. Thank you, God. Guys, I have been fighting this for every time I've been in Virginia trying to get this dumb thing to work, and I could never get accessory power. I changed all the fuses, I changed everything, and I kept chasing my tail, and theoretically I was telling myself power is not getting there. All right, dielectric grease, quite a lot of it, because why not be generous? This. Okay. See if we have contact with everything. I don't know what's what, so I'm gonna have to flip it around a few times to see. Okay, so white. Okay, there we go. White to white. Okay, and now we need it to go here. When we turn this, is it going to go to white and red? Very anticlimactic. Well, let's try everything. Let's do that, because maybe I'm thinking the wrong thing. Okay, so all right, let's try. Let's go back into white and red. White and red is this one. White and red. Okay. Let's try everything. See if we get continuity on anything. Okay, nothing there. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. Okay. Maybe the connection from inside outside is not working. Okay, white and red. So that's working. Oh, I feel like this is down on one side. That spring isn't moving. I think that's the issue. This, okay, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but okay, if you notice, there's two springs, one on this side, one on this side, and these are fine. But then look at the inner circle. There's a spring over here, which is nice. It's got tension, and then this one is just like stuck. You can see the spring is not even sticking up at all. That might be the issue. I think I need to take the spring out and re-stretch it. I just don't know how to get this out and get the springs out. Do I just use the thinner one? Oh yeah. Oh, I got it. Look at that. I got it. The spring on that one is good, but the spring on this one is actually totally broken. Look at that, guys. The spring is broken in a couple pieces. Can you see that? Okay, now I got to try to find a spring that is going to be similar to that. I don't know if I can get one like from a pen or something. I worry about heat. Okay, I'll be back. This is great. Guys, you ever have a MacGyver moment that you're just so proud of? Some of you may already know what I have done. So I took apart a click pencil and I took the tip off, cut the end off, took the spring out, which is it was a blue spring, the same color as the rest. I don't know if you can see what I did here. You can see that one of them is different, but these are all the factory springs. And then I took this bad boy, which came out of the big pencil, shoved it. I cut the end off. So the bottom end doesn't have the triple coil up on top. So I cut that off and then shoved it all in the hole. And it's about the same tensile, maybe a little bit stronger, but it's close to almost the same height. I think this is what we need. I'm quite happy with this, honestly. Quite happy with this. I'm trying to figure out which one I need to do first. I think I need to do the big one first. Yeah, big one first. Yeah, and then the little one holds the big one in. It locks it into place. Like that and like that. Okay, so now I need to put the springs in the perch. That one's good. And got it. Okay, that's working. And I think that's working. All right. Okay. This needs to go. Like that. Yep. Okay. Please, God, let this work. Oh my gosh, I'll be so happy if a big pencil fixed it. Okay. Okay. All right. It's making all the right noises, but will it make the right beeping sound? Okay. Continuity. White on white. Okay. So now we connect white on red to white on white. And then we start turning and see if anything does anything. Okay, maybe it's not white, but let's see if anything has given Mr. White and Red here power. Not that. Not that.
Yes, we have a working ignition. So, we're now with the key turned, white and red now connects to black and red. And when I turn the key, it should shut off. We're in business. Yes. Okay. All right. Now let's see if this stupid thing will work in the car. I'm so happy. Let's go. Okay, guys, moment of truth. I'm getting in the Honda. I just put the ignition back. So I had to drop this entire steering column down just to get to where that tumbler was, which is right here. This is all part of the ignition tumbler. And with those two screws, I was able to pull this entire electrical portion of it out and repair it on the bench like I showed you guys. So we're still a little bit, you know, naked down here with stuff hanging down and everything. But, you know, we're plugged back into the fuse box. We're gonna put the key in, turn. Immediately, I can tell my ABS light just went off. It has never gone off. It has always been on. That's huge. Mirrors. Oh my God. Guys, we got mirrors. Another one? Yes. Mirrors work? Okay. These never worked. Oh! We have a blower. I might need to take it out. Sounds like something's in there. And it's just like, that's 4. I think that blower just either needs to work a lot. Guys, this is incredible. That did nothing. Okay. Audio? Well, it's clicking. The radio's clicking, but obviously that radio's dead as a doornail because I'm sure it has 3 pounds of mud in it. But guys, huge. This is huge. ABS lights fixed. Mirrors are fixed. Oh, I gotta test my accessory port. I bet you that's. I mean, everything else is fixed. I'm not surprised. I bet the accessory port right there is now working because everything else, it was all tied together. This is huge, guys. This is a big win for this car. I went ahead and pulled my factory Honda radio because it's muddy and completely corroded and bad and destroyed and not working. But I did get a replacement Honda radio in there, and it works now. I actually have working music. I can even test it out and show you guys that the radio works and all the buttons work. Okay. You can see it blinking over there. Radio's working. The buttons work. Volume up, volume down, mute, it's all working. This is amazing. The car keeps coming back to life little by little. I just have a few more things to do. And then I'll get this thing finished. So I bought, like I was telling you guys, this radio was bad, knew it was bad. And I bought from Facebook Marketplace, I bought a box, a whole box full of parts. And apparently I didn't need half of them. And in that box was a factory radio. I said, let me just get a factory radio before I go and replace it with a Bluetooth one. I just want to make sure that what was in there works. So, if you know anything about Honda radios, that little red flashing light that you saw is a security light, and they need a code to work. So I was able to go to the Honda website, put the serial number of the new radio that I got, which is actually from a 99 Honda S2000, but doesn't matter. The serial number from that radio, my VIN number from this car, my phone number and my email address, and then they immediately on the website gave me the code for that radio because I didn't have the code. So, but the website gave me the code and now I have a working radio and I can throw this away. This is great, guys. It's so great. Well, that's the video, guys.
So we did a lot today, right? We got the idler pulley changed out, we got the tensioner pulley changed out, and we fixed all of the electrical problems that we had inside the car. The accessory power is now working, and we did it with a freaking pencil. Little click pencil. You should click on subscribe is what you should click on. And maybe the like and the little bell while you're at it. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one.